It's all G.
Yup.
We in that thing. We all set.
Yep. We set.
So, Shalom. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. This is Brother Shalamah.
This brother Yasharahla.
And all praise to the Most High. We coming at you with a lesson on this, pretty much Friday now. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lesson through the Spirit. It's something that we wanted to go into, and it's entitled BBL Madness. Salakia. BBL Madness. Will it kill you? Right? And it was all through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, put it within our spirits to go into this lesson, and pretty much it was kind of based off of a sister that had passed recently, and I'm sure other people heard about it. I think she went by the name of Jackie O, right? And pretty much it hasn't came out in a great detail yet as far as how the sister had passed. But people are Salakia, but people are quite sure, being that they seen her recent post, her last post prior to getting the quote unquote mommy makeover. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I can, I'll just show a picture of her real fast, unless you have that, King.
I can pull it up real quick.
Okay,
Yep,
so again, yeah, the sister's name was Jackie O, and her husband went by the name of DC Young Fly, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Pretty popular on Instagram, and the brother has himself professed to be a Hebrew Israelite various times. You know what I'm saying? So all praise to the Most High for that. You know what I'm saying? And the sister is a sister. People might be a little confused looking at her or whatever, but her pops was black, so-called black. But nonetheless, may the Most High have mercy upon the brother and his family. But at the same time, bring that brother into the fold 100%. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that the brother's keeping the laws and what have you. But nonetheless, this is a sister that recently passed. And there was I think her recent post, she was standing next to a doctor and I guess, the sister has 3 kids, and that's the kind of the trap that a lot of our sisters fall into with, not feeling, confident in themselves or in their looks, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I mean, the sister passed away. And she's not the first case, or the first time people have heard about this. And, unfortunately, it's not going to be the last. You know what I'm saying? But our women are being seduced into, matter of fact, if you can, King, give me the precept in Romans chapter 1 and verse 25 real fast, because our women are being seduced, you know what I'm saying, into believing that, men upon this earth or women can change their outward appearance. You know what I'm saying? And this is not something that the Most High hath ordained for us to, believe in, right? And I'll bring it out real quick, King. It's Romans chapter 1 and verse 25. It says, "Who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen." Right? So a lot of our people has changed the truth into a lie, man. They're putting their confidence in flesh, putting their confidence in man, putting their confidence in women. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's reverencing the Most High for the things that they have. You know what I'm saying? And then that goes into a whole bunch of things. Our people are falling into, the standard of beauty, which is of this world. You know what I'm saying? And we wanted to go into, the history of it, the quote unquote BBLs, these Brazilian butt lifts. You know what I'm saying? And, if I can real quick, get that article. It was actually a Portuguese guy. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely an Edomite guy. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, Esau and his wickedness are actually dating back to the 60s. You know what I'm saying? It says the rise of the BBL, how getting a Brazilian butt lift impacted these patients. Right. So we're gonna read a little bit, and through the Spirit, the Most High is gonna, have brothers bring out precepts, accordingly. So if we can, King, get a little bit of that article. Um,
Con, con. So as it says, as the brother read the title of the article, "The Rise of the BBL."
uh,
As the brother also said, Brazilian butt lift. That's what essentially what it means. How getting a Brazilian butt lift impacted these patients. So I'm gonna just skip that part. So it says Bryant awoke from what felt like a 30-minute power nap. She'd been under anesthesia for 3 hours in the LED lights in the hospital room being brightly as she gradually came to. She was lying flat on her back and the soreness kicked in immediately. She was cold as though she had been submerged in a deep freezer. I didn't even know where I was at, Bryant said. I was like, wow, I feel like I just went to the gym. I'm so sore. Then I open my eyes. I just see a light. Then it clicks to me where I'm at and what happened. Immediately, I'm like, turn me over. Bryant,
Salakia King. So I mean, you see kind of the madness and all of it. This girl right here is telling her experience. I believe in
yeah,
getting the BBL done. You know what I'm saying? But you see the type of stuff that she has to subject her body to in order to get this vain desire of having the perfect body. You know what I'm saying, or the perfect look, or to fit in. You know what I'm saying? But you had a precept, King, or you had something?
yeah, no,
Okay,
just I just had a point on that really, because she's talking about. I mean, this is a whole surgery we're talking about for real,
right.
right? And as a brother is talking about, I mean, if she's doing all this, getting the anesthesia is for you to what? Go to sleep. So
Mm,
you're going to sleep. I mean, it's a real, it's a surgery for real. It's a surgery. And
okay.
she wakes up and she's like, where am I? She doesn't even know where she's at, right? She's
Yeah.
like, she doesn't even know where she's
Gotcha.
at. And then, what I'm saying, she realizes after, and so but yeah, we can continue reading on that. We
Okay.
can continue reading the spirit. It says Brian, a 28-year-old service worker in Baltimore, had just undergone gluteal augmentation with fat grafting, better known as a Brazilian butt lift or BBL. The procedure originated in Brazil in the 1960s and was pioneered by Brazilian plastic surgeon Ivo
Pitangui.
Pitangui
Yeah.
Pitangui
Yeah.
Salaki Khan. Yeah, as a way to give people rounder, fuller butt looking butts,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So I
Khan.
mean, you see it right there, dealing with this Pu- Pitangui, Portuguese guy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, look, it's kind of blew me away that it started back in the '60s. But I mean, we know that, looking at, we dated back to the '90s or whatever. A lot of the women that was getting plastic surgery done was white women. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
A lot of them getting breast implants. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say, I mean, you had a lot of video girls in the 2000s that was real curvy. I think you had, I know, brother, this might not be in your era, but like 2005, I know other brothers might remember a girl called Buffy the Body, right? She was known for, I believe, more than likely having a BBL, and it blossomed into Kim Kardashian, and then and these these awkward bugs, bug, the little ant looks, man, shaped like a little bug, a little creature. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
They
real.
kind of popularized it, her sisters, and then next thing you know, hey, it just took off into what it is today. Now it's not an uncommon thing, especially living in Los Angeles, man. It's not an uncommon thing to see a girl walking around with a BBL. You know what I'm saying? I seen a regular girl working at Target with a BBL. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm sure these girls, they get it with probably the intentions of, you know, um, obviously with the desire to have people, hawking you, men hawking you, with the desires of, becoming more popular on social media. And it's all vanity at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get a precept right quick. I'm gonna go to 1 Samuel chapter 12, and I'm gonna get verse 21 through the spirit. I'll let brothers get there. Con. So, 1 Samuel chapter 12 and verse 21, and it reads, I'm going to start at 20, Salakia. And turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, for which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain. Right? Salakia. And I think, let me read up. I'm going to start at 20. I read 21. Verse 20. And Samuel said unto the people, fear not, ye have done all this wickedness, yet turn not aside from following the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart, and turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver, for they are vain, right? And we, being servants of the Most High and knowing the end result of this kingdom, man, all of these things is gonna pass away, man. It's here before a moment. You know what I'm saying? So, and you seeking all of these things, trying to be, the it person in this world, or trying to ingratiate yourself with, the likes of society, you know what I'm saying? You're going after vanity. You know what I'm saying? That's not of the Most High. And yet a lot of these girls that still claim they believe in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They they posting all of these back shots on social media, you know what I'm saying? And, you see her behind more than you see her face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's all vanity at the end of the day. So the Most High said, look, I'm gonna read that last part one more time, verse 21. And turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things, which cannot profit nor deliver. Now you might be able to get some sense of profit in this world. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these girls, they getting these botched damn BBLs. And it's not looking too good, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking too good. You know what I'm saying? The thighs ain't matching. You know what I'm saying? Nor is the rest of the body. You know what I'm saying? It's so, and the end result is it's not gonna profit you, nor deliver you from anything, man. You know what I'm saying? But you had something, King?
Yeah, Khan. I mean, I just had the fact going on off of what you were saying, man. Let me get this precept in Jeremiah chapter 2, right,
Come
in verse number 33, because right, let me just pull it up on the screen.
on.
Right. Now we know, this is going into something a little different. But I'm gonna just bring it out real quick. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. It
Mhm.
says, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
Uh,
So, we don't care if the heathen do it,
yeah.
but it's really our people. You know what I'm saying? It's really our people that, is doing it. And we know that even pursuing to, I want to bring this out later, but this is the spirit, going to Judith 10 and verse 19. Right, I'm
Come
going to put that up real quick to the spirit.
on. Come
Right, when you go to Judith chapter 10, right, and verse 19 through the spirit, what does it say?
on.
Um, and now, if anybody's read the context of Judith and Judith chapter 10, it's going into when Judith is appearing or making herself to appear before the camp or the host of the heathen, right? Namely, Nebuchadnezzar's army. But this is what they said about Judith, who was a Simeonite. You understand? And it's both kingdoms that's doing this madness of the BBL. It's both kingdoms,
Come.
right? You got Judah doing it. You got Northern Kingdom doing it as well,
Right.
and they're both suffering from these BBLs, man. Right? So Judah chapter 10 verse 19 says, and they wondered at her beauty. So according to the Bible, the heathen are wondering at our people's beauty, right? At our women's beauty, right?
Mhm.
And admired the children of Israel because of her. So the reason why we're a great nation as Israelites, is not just because we're the fastest. It's not just because we're the strongest. It's not because we're the most wisest in the earth. It's also because we got the most beautiful people. You
Mhm.
understand? We got the most unique hair, got the most unique, if you want to get technical, the body shapes, the genetics, you understand? Jake
Come.
in the gym, I mean, he dominated in the gym, man.
Oh yeah.
Esau, he gotta use steroids. Esau gotta use roids, he gotta use trend, right? Just to get to Jake's level, just to
Oh
look decent. You understand?
yeah.
Just to look
Come.
decent, right? It says what? And admired the children of Israel because of her. And everyone said to his neighbor, who would despise his people? Right? Who would despise Israel in their right mind that have among them such women? Surely it is not good that one man of them be left, who being let go might deceive the whole earth. So they wanted to kill all the men of Israel so they could just take our women. So that's how much these heathen admire us. And, I don't understand why, well, I understand it to a certain extent, but at the same time, we don't understand it, man. Why do you have to go get a BBL? right? You're already the most beautiful, people on the planet. You Israelites, you understand? So, but Khan, you got it, King.
Khan Salaki. I want to show that one video. Let me see what it's called. I think it says Know the Risk. BBL gone wrong.
No, the rest. Okay, Khan. Let me
Yeah.
see.
Uh,
Yeah, send it to me.
yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I sent it to you. I could do it again if need be.
Okay, Khan. Know the
Well,
risks.
this is it.
What was it? Let me see. Was it okay, Khan? It was on
Yeah,
the
I just
strip. You just sent it to me.
no, yeah, I'm about to send it again one more
All
time.
right, okay, Khan.
I think this is it.
All right. But yeah, Khan, in the meanwhile, we gotta understand that. We literally have to understand that. Our women's already reckoned amongst the heathen as the most beautiful women of the planet, right? Can't compare. Hey, can't compare it to Elam. Can't
Mhm.
compare to Ishmael. You understand? Can't compare to Esau. All right. And yes, there might be beautiful, people in every nation. Might be beautiful men, and what I'm saying. The our women look at their men and like, okay, yeah, they look all right. You know what I'm saying? You might have, all right looking people in every nation where whether you look at. You understand? But out of the most, it's our people. The most beautiful is our people. Hey, that's undoubtedly. But yeah, Khan, let me bring this up through the spirit. Okay, Khan, right here.
Khan, and I want to say one thing too, real quick. Yeah, no, I mean it's no question, man, that our people are the most beautiful. And then, like you said, I mean, yeah, you're gonna probably find some heathen that may be attractive or whatever, but I mean, when you learn truly how these heathen operate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a video earlier today. I was listening to a brother, and he was messing with the so-called swirlers. You know what I'm saying? The men that like to, intertwine with these heathen women. And he posted a video of of an Edomite woman who Jake's probably would, say, oh, she's bad or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This and that. But the video continues and it shows the Edomite woman drinking the urine of a dog. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, when you really know the depth of these heathen nations, I mean, no matter how attractive one some of them may be, you're gonna be disgusted, man. When you learn their true nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Esau is off, man. All these other nations is off, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, like Esau, he had to implement his women as being the standard of beauty. When you look at back at all these old supermodels and all these magazine covers, it was always the skinny, frail, anorexic looking white woman. You know what I'm saying? The blonde hair, blue eyed white woman, thin lips, long back. You know what I'm saying? No backside, no type of curves. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they was saying. That's the standard of beauty. Well, I mean that quickly changed, especially when when Eve started to come up, when they gave us when they loosened the grips, you know what I'm saying, or the noose around our neck, and started to let Jake kind of get into the realms of Hollywood and get into the realms of music, you know what I'm saying, and then you look at our women today, you know what I'm saying? They eat Esau alive. And now all these Edomite women is trying to get the big lips. When back in the day, they used to make fun of, our women for their lips. You know what I'm saying? Now Esau or all these heathen nations, they're trying to get a big behind like Eve has. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. Not all of our women are, shaped in that matter. You know what I'm saying? Different sizes, man. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we know more than likely Eve is gonna be, is gonna be the one that has the curves. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, I mean it transitioned from Esau with the frail anorexic look to what Eve is today. I mean, and these heathens they gonna follow after us, whether it be in evil or whether it be in righteousness, man. They gonna try to mimic everything we do. But I wanted to play the video though, Salaki.
Okay, Khan. So like I had a quick precept on what you were saying.
Con.
If you Khan, this is Ezekiel 31, right in verse 8. It says, "The cedars in the garden of God could not hide him. The fir trees were not like his boughs, and the chestnut trees were not like his branches. Not any tree in the garden of God was like unto him in his beauty." It's just talking about on a spiritual level, Adam. All right, because you had many trees in the garden, and remember, trees represent nations. So when it says this, the cedars in the garden of God could not hide him, the fir trees were not like his bows, meaning you got all these different nations, but you got all these different trees, but this tree, which is talking about Adam, guess what? Hey, they couldn't hold a torch to him. So this is really talking about on a spiritual level. We know this talking about Adam, but we can also take this to say that, yeah, guess what? It's talking about the chosen nation, which is talking about Israel, right? In verse 9, it says, I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of God envied him. So all these other nations are envying us. As our brother said, they're going to follow Judah. They're going to follow the trends. They're going to follow they're going to follow Israel in terms of how they look and what's their standard of beauty. As the brother said, instead of the frail pale woman, now it's the curves. All right. And it was our people that put that out there because we're really the ones, our women really have the ones, that got it best. That's plain. It's plain. All right. But so
Salakia, one more thing. I got a precept, so I'm gonna bring it out right quick. This 2 Samuel chapter 14 and verse 25. It says, but in all Israel there was none to be so much praised as Absalom for his beauty. From the sole of his foot even to the crown of his head, there was no blemish in him. And when he and that's pretty much it on that one. But I mean, in regards to our men, what I'm saying, our men was handsome and attractive, and we know, these other nations don't stand a chance against, what I'm saying, a brother in his element, what I'm saying, in his natural element. You know what I'm saying? So, but even then, you got a lot of these heathen women, they got these fetishes with Jake. And it's crazy how things is kind of reversed. You got our people trying to look like, the other nations, blonde hair, going after the plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? And you got, the other nations trying to look like, how Eve, was naturally, created to be. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, our people in our natural element and our natural beauty, when we taking care of ourselves and, we not falling into the traps that Esau hath given us, which when it comes to your hair, when it comes to your health, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Nobody holds a candle towards Jake and Eve. You know what I'm saying? So, but Salakia.
No, that's right. That's right. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this real quick through the spirit. Turn that up.
Kai Toy from Outkast. I like the way everybody was like, who is that?
Oh my God, I wanted to be her so bad. I really think that was her booty though, When I put out my music, I wanted people to be like that too. Oh my God, who is that girl?
Girls in these videos with these big fat asses and they twerking and they gyrating, like you gonna be intrigued by that. You gonna want to go get you that.
I wanted a bigger butt just because I thought that was sexy. So for me at the time, I didn't feel like I was exploiting myself. I felt like I was in the trends, in the know, in entertainment.
I remember standing in my grandma's full-length mirror and
so that was a R&B singer, K. Michelle, who she got a butt job done, and I want to say it was like maybe around 5 some years ago. She had to get it removed for health reasons. You know what I'm saying? And she just talks about all the complications that she now has because she, chose to put that poison in her body. And really, we can go to the law on, not putting anything in your flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? And Leviticus. You know what I'm saying? That's really against the law, man. And we'll bring those precepts out, but I do want to finish the video first, though. Salaki.
Okay, calm, yo.
To the side in my profile, and I could never picture a body that I wanted. I just knew I hated mine.
The first time he was like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you thick. And I was like, no, I still want him. For me, butt shots was a thing that I was just determined to do, and no one could talk me out of it.
I started working in a strip club, and I started seeing all these girls getting their butts done, and people were traveling up from Atlanta to do it, and I was determined I can actually change my body. I want this. So I found someone in New Jersey, and I did my first set of injections.
And I loved, the butt shots or whatever. And then one day I was just starting to, feel sick. And then it kept on going. They ran blood tests, everything. No one could find out what was wrong with me. And it got to the point my left thigh still to this day is so bad that I have to take steroids when I get on stage to sing and perform. I can't move like I used to. I just was having like this.
Wait, hold on. So like, wait, man, just look at that. I just gotta point that out to Israel. You
God,
understand?
God.
I just gotta point that out to
You know,
Israel.
you got to.
Right? Hey,
Yeah.
you know, as a man, all right, as a man, you know,
Right.
I'm pretty sure the brother Shalamah will agree as well, right? That does not look good.
Yeah,
You
it's not
understand?
attractive. It's
That's
not
not
attractive
attractive.
at all.
It's not attractive. All right, so you know, and I believe we do speak for most men in their right mind. All right, I do think that. All right, but
Salakia,
go
real quick, let me get this precept in right fast. While she said that, her legs she said it started to swell or something,
yeah,
and she was constantly feeling sick. I'm
yep,
gonna get this in Sirach chapter 38 real fast. And it reads Sirach 38. Hold on, Salakia. Let me find the precept real quick. Yeah, Sirach 38 and verse I'm going to start at 14. For they shall also pray unto the Lord, that he would prosper that which they give for ease and remedy to prolong life. He that sinneth before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. You know what I'm saying? So, people that are, a lot of our people, frankly, they're in transgression. And they've been in transgression unto the Most High for quite some time. So the Most High will give a lot of our people over into the vanity of their own thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of our women have that, they're dealing with a lot of insecurities when it pertains to their bodies. That's part of the strong delusion that the Most High said he would give to our people. You know what I'm saying? And believing that, what they have or what the Most High hath given them is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me just get one more precept on that right quick. I'm going to go to Isaiah right fast. Isaiah chapter 29. Because a lot of our people are, have that kind of that mentality. You know what I'm saying? To believe like, however the Most High created them, that's, if they can change it, they will, right? This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse, I'm gonna start at 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Right. So now this is really going into the priesthood and them rebelling against the Most High and causing all of Israel to go off. And but I'm gonna read that. I'm and making it twofold. I'm gonna read that verse 16 one more time. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Right. So, a lot of women will have the mentality, well, it's my body, it's my choice. I can do what I want with my body. You know what I'm saying? Any girl should be able to do what she wants to do. Right. So, I mean, even then, like I was going back and forth with this Eve on a comment on the post one time recently. And, Eve was making an argument like, anything is a risk. You know what I'm saying? Any type of surgery is a risk. Dental surgery, when you got to go get a cancer removed, that's a risk. But I mean, you're putting your life on. You don't have to put your life on the line for, a big ass. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how many people that things went wrong getting dental work done? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Things went left. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been hearing more about these BBL botched BBLs, negatively than we've heard about any type of situation. Somebody getting their damn teeth fixed or something. You know what I'm saying? Or getting any type of dental work. But it's all madness, man, and it's it's all a plague of the mind that Eve is dealing with right now, man. Eve is dealing with that tremendously, though. It's lucky.
yep, no, yeah, that's right, yep.
Feeling in the middle of the night. Sometimes I would even cry out. Like it would hurt me so bad.
With the increase of fatal procedures in the black market, the FDA sent out an urgent warning against the use of silicone for injections. The story of Letitia Bynum stands as just one example of this increasingly lethal fad. Over the past 20 years, nearly 25 deaths have been reported in the news, including former BET employee Kelly Mayhew.
In 2015, cops deemed 2 botched butt lifts here in the city homicides, including the death of a Maryland woman who died after getting injections in a Queens basement.
Got somebody like Cardi B. I heard Cardi on the Breakfast Club. Cardi was like,
I actually regret getting some ass shots. Like, it's like, damn.
well, you got him in the basement. You got him in the basement.
Yeah, I got him in the basement, so it's like, damn, I could die any minute now.
Many women began to desire butt enhancements, and this extensive procedure gave rise to black.
I mean, you hear Cardi right there. She said she regretted. She regretted.
Yeah.
And even though she was saying it in kind of a joking fashion or a joking manner, you could tell she was kind of serious when she said, I could die any minute now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these girls know that their health is in jeopardy when getting this done. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a lot of them are, you know, either too proud to say, you know, that they need to remove it and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just they're too far gone, man. Like Ezra said in I believe 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 1, where he says your mind is too far gone into this world. You know what I'm saying? You have the point of no return, you a reprobate. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing, you know, so anything contrary into the Most High, you're gonna think it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So like, you got it, King.
Yeah, Khan. No, I just want to touch on that quick point because you know, a lot of these women that, you know, like as Cardi just said, right? As Cardi said, you know, as Shalamah said, these women, they know it's a health risk. All right. And you can't just ignore the facts. You know what I'm saying? You can't ignore the facts at all. The facts state that, you know, BBL surgery is the most dangerous. All right. And most fatal out of all different surgery, any type of plastic surgeries, the BBL is by far the most fatal and the most, you know, most risky. We should put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this study say. And so they know it's a health risk, and you're literally putting your life on the line just to kind of enhance your behind, right? I mean, as a brother said, it's just vanity at the end of the day. All right. I just want to pull this quick precept real quick, man. In Mark, all right, in Mark chapter 8. Right, Mark chapter 8 and verse 30, all right, 36. It says, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Because guess what? A woman, her beauty and the way that she looks, that's her power. That's her strength. You understand? So a lot of women have been able to manipulate men and have been able to reign over kings because of their beauty, because their fair speech, their beauty. It's a combination of all these things. All right. And what Eve has to understand is just because you can utilize your beauty as your strength, right? That's not the end all be all. You have to understand what is it going to profit to gain in this world, but you lose your own soul, man, because you're sinning before the Lord, right? And now you end up into the hospital. You know, you end up in a hospital somewhere, God forbid. But that's what's happening with our women, right? But yeah, Khan. So you know,
Khan. I just, you know, it's lucky, King. I didn't even finish that one precept in Isaiah 29. I'm gonna bring it out right quick, and then I got one more right after that. Isaiah 29 and 16 again. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? Right. So that's semi the kind of mentality a lot of our women have when they say, oh, well, you know, even though, you know, I got a certain body type, I'm petite, I'm small, you know what I'm saying? I don't like how God, you know, they're not going to say it in those words, but they're going to be like, well, I want to change something about myself. I want to make myself feel better. And I'm not doing it for no men. I'm not doing it for no other reason, but for myself. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're saying God did not create you in a way, like the Christian church say, man, God don't make no mistakes, man. God don't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If he made you 5'2", 140 pounds, and you got a little petite frame, hey, that's how God made you, man. You know what I'm saying? If he made you 6 foot as a woman, and you know, you kind of like 220 or whatever, you up there, 230, 240. Hey, that's how the Lord made you. It's nothing wrong with your shape or your figure. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got you know, a lot of righteous men, they like different things. You know what I'm saying? So whether you be skinny, whether you be, you know, in between, whether you be on the you know, on the up and up, I'll say, you know what I'm saying? You got men that like different things, but nonetheless, the Most High made you, you know, how He was supposed to make you. You know what I'm saying? And I'll hold my. Well, I have one more precept actually. Salaki. This is going in, let me backing off of what you just brought out. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. It says, "Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels." So you got people that will literally, you know, cast away their bowels, cast away any, you know, inner part of their body just to get, you know, a profit in this earth, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, "Why is earth and ashes proud?" And a lot of Eve is dealing in the proud spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why what you see when these women do get these BBLs, botched or not, you know what I'm saying? They got a proud spirit upon them. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, showing themselves off, showing off their curves. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's everything's a selfie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's madness, right? It says there's not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. You know what I'm saying? So covetous is going into desiring to have something, you know, on an extreme level. You know what I'm saying? If you want something that somebody else has, you know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where what, you know, these body types became the main attractive thing. Why? Because you probably had a lot of guys that was hawking over these women, man. And we're gonna get on Jake too eventually, man. We're gonna get on Jake too, because Jake, it's a lot of madness with Jake, man.
Yep.
Gotta get on Jake, man. If Jake get his mind right, these women are gonna follow, man. You know what I'm saying? You lead the way, Jake. But I'm not gonna divert. We're gonna get on Jake next time, man. That says, "For such a one setteth his own soul to sale," man. You know what I'm saying? So you got women that will do anything, man. Anything in this society to get what they want, man. To, you know, to have their desire, the deepest dark desires to be accomplished, man. You know what I'm saying? It says, "Because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels." And you see these women will put up, it don't matter what type, whatever issue come along with it, they not thinking about that, man. They just thinking about the vanity of it, how many likes they can get. You know what I'm saying? How much love and attention they can have, you know?
Yep.
But you got it, King.
Yeah, Khan. And yeah, I just wanted to say real quick too, like, you know, Eve, what you have to understand is if you can get a man and you know that you don't have a 10 out of 10 body, right? You already know that that man actually likes you. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, men, you know, they, as the Lord said in 1 Samuel 16 and verse 7, right? The Lord, he looks, the Lord, he doesn't look, you know, as men look. Men look on the outward. The Lord looks in the heart. You understand? So it's like if you can get a man and you know you already know you don't have this 10 out of 10, what you think a 10 out of 10 body is, and you can actually get a man like that, you already know this man is not coming to you because of your body, right? Which is the man that you really want, because obviously it's vanity because of getting the BBL, because you already know that all these likes, you understand, all this attention you're getting is really because of your flesh. It's not because they think you're smart. It's not because they think you have a good personality. It's not because, you know, maybe, you know, she could be a good mom, right? Brothers is not thinking that. Brother, if brothers see, you know what I'm saying, a behind that they like, and not thinking about she could be a good mom, right? Or can she cook? Men in the world, they're thinking about one thing. And we already know what that one thing is. So all you're doing is literally just creating this fake love, which is really not even love, is really lust for real. All right. It's really just lust. You know, that's all it is. So Eve, you have to understand that. All right. And like I said, if you can pull a man by, you know, by getting a man, and you know, this man is not after your body, because again, you may not be a 10 out of 10, right? Hey, brother's not finna sit up here and say we 10 out of 10, right? Brother's not finna sit up here and just say that we 10 out of 10, right? There's always room for improvement, you know, and we will always want to remain humble as well. And as the brothers also said, it puts a spirit on you as well, you know, it puts a spirit on you. So yeah, that, you know, I just wanted to say that as well. Eve just has to understand that, right? become. Continuing on this.
Black market butt injections.
These are non-physicians, and they're injecting a mixture of materials we don't even know what it is.
You could be getting Fix-A-Flat, some type of cooking oil, some type of car oil.
After I got my butt shots, I felt like I had confidence, but then it was headaches all the time. It was can't even walk.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. So I mean, you kind of get a glimpse of you know, a lot of the stuff our women is dealing with. Now, you even had the FDA had to come out and say like they would advise against, you know, these getting these injections. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so you had a precept, King, or you know, I had it's lucky. I did have one. Matter of fact, let me get this right.
Like
Proverbs, yeah, Proverbs 31 and verse that's what I want. Proverbs 31. Salakia. Hold up. Let me find it real quick. I think it's in Proverbs 30. Damn. Salakia. Well, hey, let me just go ahead and get this other precept. Right, because a lot of our women is going off, man. And I'm gonna get this one in 1 Timothy right quick. 1 Timothy chapter 2, and I'm gonna get verse 9. Right. And it reads, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Right? Because a lot of our women, they're you know, they've gone too far in the vanity, man. It's no longer about your inner, you know, what's inside of you. It's no longer about, you know, how you are as a person. It's not about character no more. Character is long gone. It's about your outer appearance, man. That's why even when you go to the gym, and you know, these days you see, you know, everybody's just checking them damn selves out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the prophecy that Timothy or you know, Paul gave. You know what I'm saying? Everybody shall be lovers of themselves in the last days. You know what I'm saying? That's the time that we living in. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see these things be magnified in the earth, you know what I'm saying, more and more. And it's destroying the youth, man, because that's all these little girls are seeing. And you know, and they're supposed to see a righteous example, you know what I'm saying, of you know, these older women, you know what I'm saying? But what? They have the Cardi B's to look up to. They have the, you know, the Nicki Minaj, the Lil Kims, you know what I'm saying? All these women that's, you know, just, you know, the shape is an unnatural shape. You know what I'm saying? You have something else though, King?
Yeah, no, I just want to bring out this video through the spirit that the brother has sent me. Just going into just a little bit about the dangers of it, right? Explained by, I believe this is a doctor. So I just want to bring this out real quick. Salakia.
Most dangerous, not only plastic surgery procedure, it's the most dangerous operation there is with the highest fatality rate. And I'll tell you why.
He said it's the most dangerous operation. So all the E's out there are saying, well, it's always a risk. It's always a risk. Why would you pick the most highest? Why would you pick, you understand, the most fatal operation, right? And we already know, as a brother was going into, we already know this is of the Lord, that this would be the most fatal operation there is, man. Because obviously you want to get now, Salakia. Let me bring out this precept real quick in the book of Proverbs, chapter 13. All right. Let me pull this one up though. Proverbs 13 and verse 11. It says, what wealth gotten by vanity shall be diminished, but he that gathereth by labor shall increase. So what is that talking about? The Lord said wealth gotten by vanity is going to be diminished, right? So ultimately we understand what that wealth is, right? We understand what that wealth is, right? Money, riches. If you get that by vanity, it's going to be diminished. What is getting wealth by vanity? You're getting wealth by you lending upon usury upon your brother. So you're getting money, right? You're getting rich off of oppressing the poor. You understand? That's wealth gotten by vanity. What else is another example? Esau, he got his wealth by vanity. You understand? Through slavery, through robbing, through murder. You understand? Through unrighteous decrees. That's how he got his wealth. and ultimately all his wealth that he accumulates is going to be diminished. All right, it's going to be diminished. The Lord said in the book of Revelation, chapter 11, the riches of this world have become the riches of our Christ. You understand? So all the riches of this world is just going to be diminished. We understand. I mean, we see Esau's money being diminished right now. The dollar is going down as we speak, right? Inflation is going up. Nobody, all the nations is dropping a dollar, not dealing with the dollar, right? So we see Esau's wealth is getting diminished right now before our eyes, right? It says what? But he that gathered by labor shall what? Increase. And this is with anything. This is with anything. Eve, you can't just take the easy way out, man. You can't just go ahead and mind you, these procedures, they cost a couple $1,000s. All right, look it up. You know what I'm saying? We can look it up right now, but you know, I watched the video through the Spirit, and they said it costs about $4,000 to $5,000, right, to get this procedure done. So Eve, you're paying, you know, a couple hundred, whatever, however much money you want to pay just to enhance your body. And so you think to skip, you understand? Oh, so like you got
No,
it.
yeah, I was just gonna say Salakia, and that's kind of like on the low scale, that amount. Yeah, I mean, if you're paying that much, the 4,000 to 5,000, your chances of getting a botched BBL is pretty high. Because I heard you got to go, you know, even higher than that, you know. But Slacky, you got it, King.
Yeah, so the brother even, you know, the brother attested, you know, he's heard you got to even go over that, man. Right? I thought that was like, you know, topping out about 5,000, but hey, you know, these procedures, I mean, especially you getting done in America, guess what? Any surgery in America then is going to cost you about $5,000 to $10,000, right? So, you know, America, you know how Babylon get down. But nevertheless, the Lord said, he that gathered by labor shall increase. That's how you're going to increase. That's how you know that that it's a blessing from the Lord, because you're getting it by labor. All right. In this world, that's how the Lord set it up. Man has to labor to get what they want. That was literally Slacky. Let me just get the precept on top of that in Genesis 3:18 real quick. All right. Did not the Lord set it up like that? Genesis chapter 3 and verse 18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So it was literally a curse that was put upon mankind, so-called mankind, right? Because Adam hearkened unto the voice of his wife, and he ate of the fruit. Guess what? Now man has to work to get anything. In the sweat, that's why I say in the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread. So if you want to get some bread, you got to work for it. You got to till the ground. You understand? You got to plant the seeds. You got to be out there in the sun and the rain and the, you know, you got to work to get anything, right? That's why, you know, we start off, you know, men, right? We start off all skinny, or you might start off fat, you know, chunky. You got to kind of lose some weight. You got to go to the gym consistently. You got to work for it, man. You know, we didn't just come out Shalamah, it didn't just come out the womb busting out 100, 100 push-ups.
Nah.
Right? Hey, brother, you know what I'm saying? Brothers didn't come out the womb, you know, looking like Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, nah.
Right? Right? It takes years. I mean, I believe Ronnie Coleman, he said that he was working out for about, you know, he prior to him starting bodybuilding, he was already working out for 15 years. So even men with the best genetics had to work out for years upon end, you know. So, but that just takes patience, it takes consistency, and it takes, you know, faith. I mean, it takes all these things, right? You know, persistence, temperance, in order to get the body that you want. So Eve thinks that in her mind, right, as a brother said, in her, you know, delusion mind, that she has to, or that she can just skip it. She can just skip that, right? You can just skip all the work. That's not how the Lord set it up. But it's like you got it, King.
No, yeah, I just got a precept right quick. I'm gonna bring it out in Job chapter 15 and verse 31. It says, "Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense." Man. So one more time, it says, "Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity," because a lot of Eve, I mean, you just deceived, man. You know, because I mean, otherwise you wouldn't have a lot of these cases of these women dying or these women dealing with all type of health complications. And even then, I was checking out this video earlier right here. If you could see it right quick, it's a 10 tribe mom, 10 tribe daughter. Talking about the passing of the daughter of her other daughter and this
Okay.
girl's sister. You know what I'm saying? So they, you know, and this one got over a couple million views. And they was just talking about how the mom had to watch her daughter die because she went and got the BBL done. And, you know, they seen her in her last stages before she finally gave up the ghost. You know what I'm saying? So that was her recompense right there, man, because she was deceived. You know what I'm saying? So that was her recompense for, you know what I'm saying? For trusting in vanity. I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, "Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity, for vanity shall be his recompense. It shall be accomplished before his time, and his branch shall not be green." Right. So her branch wasn't green, she withered away. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and Christ speaks upon that, man. That's an unfruitful thing, man. To, you know, go off and you know, to seek something such as, you know, trying to make yourself look better. I got one more precept in Proverbs 31 in verse 30. It says, "Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised," man. So the Most High makes it clear. He says favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, man. The Most High is making that plain upon tables for our sisters to see. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of girls got that in their bio, the Proverbs 31 one. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see it, man. I see a lot of Proverb 31s in training. You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, the ones that's in the truth, you know what I'm saying? They making their way there. They making their progress in hell. It might be something out there. You know what I'm saying? But that's all of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And but nonetheless, man, a lot of our women are, you know, deceived, you know, by, you know, this world, because this world is Esau, man. Esau is profiting off of our women's beauty. You know what I'm saying? I gotten them walking down the damn runway, getting paid thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying, to model. You know what I'm saying? So it's all of our enemies, man. They set it up this way, and you know, that's why we're seeing our women being glorified the way they are.
Yeah, Khan. Yep. And we know that everything that Esau does is an agenda behind it, man.
Yeah.
You understand? It's always an agenda, right? The reason why he had Eve and Jake, you know, during I believe you said the early 2000s, right? You know, I've seen, you know, some of the music videos and stuff. I mean, you know, the reason why Esau was putting our women out there and as a standard of beauty, it's all a you know, as what's the word? It's all an agenda, right? Esau's not doing that because, you know, Esau's like, I mean, yeah, you know, just gotta give it to y'all. You're the most beautiful people.
Right.
Nah, Esau, what he cares about is really, for one, money, right? And two, to really, you know, set the curses to oppress the children of Israel, right? I mean, he works for Satan. So if he's doing that, you already know that he has an agenda behind that. All right. And the agenda could be, again, you know, profiting, you know, millions and millions of dollars off of objectifying our people. Because that's really what he's doing. He's objectifying our people, man. Right. That's what he does for Jake. You understand? He sets Jake up and he's like, yeah, look at this fine specimen here. Right. This fine, you know, specimen. Right. You know, and I mean, that's what they do. All right, that's what they do. And even with Eve, I mean, we already know that he does that with Eve. All right, objectifies our women. You know, and you know, just all manner of, you know, evil. You understand? All manner of evil. And also, I just want to touch on this point in verse 31. It says, "Give her of the fruit of her hands." So Eve, if you would just try, you understand, some squats.
Right.
I mean, what's wrong with that? What's wrong? You know, if you are insecure about your body, right? Just you haven't even tried to. Have you tried working out? You understand? Have you tried eating better? Have you tried laying off the damn soda? All right, laying off the damn cake at 2 a.m. Right? And you talking about, you know, you gained some weight. Yeah, you gained some weight, man. Lay off that damn cake. and them cookies.
Right.
Right.
For real.
Right. You gotta try these alternative. The Most High gave you ways to where you can enhance and change your body without it being a sin. All right, without it being against the Most High. There's nothing wrong with, if you're a skinny dude, you want to, build some muscle. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Right. In fact, we encourage it through the Spirit. Right. The Most High encourages that. Right. Let's get that precept real quick in Sirach 30 and 15 through the Spirit. What does it say? Khan, it says health and good estate of body. So if you're going to the physician, or you're going to the surgeon to enhance your body, now it's giving you health complications. I mean, you just defeated the whole purpose. All right. That just defeats the whole purpose. The Lord said that health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. So if you're working out, you're eating good, keeping the laws of the Most High, all these things are beautiful in the eyes of the Lord. All right. You want to have health above all things. Just because you have a behind doesn't mean that you're healthy. Even with women that have natural ones, but they're overweight. You're overweight, and that's just going to cause problems. And as you get older, if you're overweight and you're older, it just is going to cause more health problems. So health above all things is the best. All right. You can still look good. You can look good, but not be healthy. All right. So but yeah. So as just to wrap that up, my point. Hey, there's ways in which you can enhance your body without it being a sin. Go to the gym, eat good, work out, and ultimately, the Lord's going to give you, what you want, what you need. All right. And ultimately that confidence that comes with working out, right? That confidence that comes with eating better is ultimately going to help with your, your as they say, your self-image or how you view yourself. It's going to help with it. But Khan, you got it, King.
Oh, Khan, nah. I sent you another link to a video. It's short. It's super short. But I sent it to you through message, text message.
Okay, Khan. Okay, let's get that real quick.
Let me see something real quick. And one more thing to let me back off of that was I have 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, "For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come." Right. So the Most High, I mean, yeah, you could profit off of exercising, you know what I'm saying? But the Most High says more importantly than that is, godliness. You know what I'm saying? That's profitable unto all things. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll have the promise and the surety of this time that we in right now. He says, Salaki, it says, having promise of the life that now is. You know what I'm saying? That's you. Like it says in, I believe, 1 Peter 1 and verse 10, when you're making sure that you're putting a concerted effort in serving the Most High, that you're pretty much cementing your salvation. You know what I'm saying? I want to say, let me hold this right quick and get that 1 Peter real fast, 1 and 10. If that's the right one, I can't even. I'm not even sure. 1 second, Salaki. 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. So 1 Peter. This might be 2 Peter. Salaki. 2 Peter. Salaki. Bear with me, Israel. Yeah, this is 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 10. Or is it first? Yeah, it's second. 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. Right? So, you're making your calling and your election sure. You know what I'm saying? You can be of the elect, man, if you are putting a concerted effort for it and serving the Most High and not being concerned with the, all the things of this world, man. You know what I'm saying? Not being concerned with what the majority of people is doing, man. Because if you're following after the crowd, man, you're gonna be led into the ditch, man. And the crowd is doing those things right now. Everything that we're seeing. Down there, every female rapper is, got that typical look. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be Lotto, you know what I'm saying? Or even your girl, Ice Spice. But I don't know, I'm not gonna say every girl is, got the, the BBL done or whatever the case may be, you know. But nonetheless, it's a typical look with these women, man. And all these women are searching after that same exact look. So, but to read it again one more time in 1 Timothy 4:8, for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. Because why? Your body, I mean, the body that you have right now is going to perish. This body cannot enter into the kingdom of the Most High. It's not going to work, man. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, you want to have good health and you want to take care of your body. And look, and if you do look good, you'll feel good about yourself. And I'm sure you'll perform good in whatever it is, you know, that you're doing. Yeah, that's certain things that you probably should, you know, take, you know, initiate, you know, in your life and, you know, and so that you can, you know, be confident in yourself. Yeah, you should take care of yourself and your health and be concerned with those things. Absolutely. But don't let it be the main thing, you know, that's driving you to carry on. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that be your main, you know, operation in life, right? But Salak, you got it, King.
Yeah, no, Khan, that's right. That's right. So yeah, let me go ahead and play this. Actually, Salaki, let me just finish out this video.
Okay,
Talking
yeah.
about the dangers, and then we can go to that one right after.
Salak, I forgot that you had that other one.
No, you good. You good. Come.
Rate. And I'll tell you why. You take fat from one part of your body, typically the abdomen, you process it, and you inject in the buttock. Sounds easy, right? The problem is there's these very small little veins in the buttock that lead directly to the vena cava, which is the major blood vessel that brings blood back from your body to your heart, to your lungs. If you get fat in those little vessels and it gets in the main vena cava and goes to your lungs, it's over.
And then it goes to show, you know, a picture of DC Young Fly's, you know, was that? I mean, yeah, we know it's his rib, but you know, I'm not sure if they were married according to the world, but yeah. So, oh, Slack, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, no, they didn't have no paper and then.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, we know according to, you know, in the eyes of the Most High, that is his rib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It is his rib. So, and it goes to show a picture. So, showing that was probably, you know, most likely the cause of her death. All right. So, but yeah. So, yeah, jumping into this though through the spirit.
Apparently, a girl by the name of Mariah Mills is all over the internet and calling him out by name, attaching his name to stuff and saying, giving vivid details of their encounters with one another. She's a porn star. Now, y'all gonna sit up there and say, damn, where's Stephen A going with this? Where am I going? Are you ready for this?
Let's see what he say.
I'm kind of pissed. Kind of pissed off. Because all I can think about is, man, you only played 29 games last year.
All right, you can pause on him. Or silent him right quick. It's like it. So, but yeah, and then that's the girl, this dude allegedly gets pregnant right here. Is this girl right here, which is, you know, like the brother said, she's a porn star. So
yeah.
But Jake, I don't know why you would fall for something like that. That just looks mad. You know what I'm saying? And you can see the comments in the section where, you know, people like, you know, what the hell is that? You know, yuck. You know what I'm saying? Right. All up and down. Everybody, you know, looks at this as disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, eventually, you know, like I told the other day, I feel like all of this, it'll die down eventually. You know what I'm saying? People that will eventually realize, like, especially look down the line, when these women get to their latter years of their life, you know what I'm saying? If it be the Most High's will that we got to be here for a little bit longer, I mean, we're really going to see a lot of these women die off and all of the complications from having, you know, gotten that surgery done. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I believe over the course of time, you know, that, you know, people will begin to implement the more natural, remedies and building their bodies up. You know what I'm saying? But by then I feel like the kingdom is already going to be in place. So
Yeah.
but man, it's getting bad out here though, man.
Yeah, con. Yeah, that's crazy, man. They're really just focusing on the here and now. Women that get, women, you guys are not looking at the long term for real, right? You guys are not looking at the long term at all. Our people, that's the problem with our people, even with Jake. You're always focusing on the here and now and the here and now, but never focusing on what is to come to pass in the future, right? Because the thing is, we in this truth, that's what we do, right? We sacrifice our present to then enjoy our future, right? That's literally the philosophy that we're living right now, because we have faith that a better world to come, right? We have faith that we're going to be rich in the kingdom. If this money right here, I'm working my job, whatever, to provide my family, not trying to be rich in this world, right? We're trying to be rich in what? In the kingdom to come, when we're sitting next to Peter and Andrew, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And the righteous of our forefathers, right? So, Lord willing, part of that number. So that's literally what we're doing right now. But you see, the problem with our people is they're always thinking about the here and now. I'm gonna get a BBL, right? Hey, to hell with the health complications, right? To hell with the risk. I'm gonna just do it, right? Not knowing what's going to happen to your body, that's not knowing what's going to happen down the line, as a brother said. What's going to happen down the line, So it's just crazy, right? It's just crazy. But let me get this precept real quick in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Because as we know, and this is for any woman, all right, this is for any woman, this is for any man. Paul, he likens the life of a woman, or the life cycle of a woman, onto a flower, right? So when you go to 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 36, it says, "But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin," meaning a father with his daughter, with his daughter, because remember, back in the ancient world, your daughter really supposed to be a virgin for real. But in this world right now, you can't find that. It's very hard to find. But it says what? If she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let them marry. So what Paul is saying through the Spirit is she passed the flower of her age, right? So what is that going into? Age is going into. So when you look at a flower blossoming, so it will start to grow, right? And then it would have to what? Blossom. It would have to open up, right? You take for example, a sunflower, right? It would have to start to grow and it would start to blossom up. It would start to open up like that. So it's the same thing with a woman. So what she will do is she will grow, right? She's growing. She hits puberty, right? She's becoming, fully into a woman, right? And then when she becomes fully of age, right? When she becomes, fully of age and fully of her, womanish, characteristics and appearance, then she's fully blossomed, right? She's fully blossomed. She's at the peak, right, of her age right now. She's at the peak of her life in terms of her appearance and, bodily functions and this and the third. But as the flower starts to get older, what the flower is going to do is going to start to wither away. Its beauty is going to reach a climax, and then it's going to start, falling back down, right? Same thing with a flower, the same thing with a woman. So, you women, you just want to, right? Or women just want to, increase their beauty, not knowing that at the same time, guess what? This beauty down the road is going to fade anyway, right? It's going to fade. It's not going to matter, right? If you're in a wheelchair, talking about, you trying to push yourself around like this, right?
Yeah.
Or you just sitting on the couch, or the elder of our, the elders of our women, the elderly sisters, they just sitting on the couch somewhere. They're sitting on the, on the chair. Who cares? Who cares then, right? Who cares then, honestly? Because your beauty is going to start fading away too. Your face, your behind, whatever is just going to start fading away. That's how our bodies are operated, man. Right? But nevertheless, Khan, you got it, King.
Con, I got a couple precepts right quick.
Con.
Man, like yeah, all of this stuff is gonna fade away, man. Eve gotta wake up, man. But a lot of Eve is gonna begin to wake up when all hell breaks loose. You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say what it say when it comes to Isaiah chapter 4 and verse 1. You know what I'm saying? 7 shall take hold of 1. And there's gonna be a lot of these women. You know what I'm saying? The Sukianas of the world. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't know how true this one thing is. I think some brother posted that. I don't know if that was a true statement or not, but there's a rapper by the name of Sukiana. That girl full of madness, full of demons. But nonetheless, she said something about I think I'm ready to get married now. We're a Hebrew Israelite man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that was a true thing or not, but you seen it though.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I was like, man, that's madness, man. But I got a couple of precepts. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Right. So, you know, a lot of our women, they want the things that's gonna, you know, be pleasing unto them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're getting the nails done, getting the Frenches, you know what I'm saying, getting the long inches done, you know what I'm saying, getting their eyelashes done, you know, whatever is pleasurable, getting the manicure, pedicures down, you know what I'm saying, and doing anything they can to, you know, enhance their bodies, as you said. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High is making it clear right here. She that liveth in pleasure. And all of these things is pleasurable for these women. All the likes, the endorphins that's being released from you getting 1,000 likes off of one picture, or you getting 20,000 likes, you know what I'm saying? And that's just, you know, giving you a false sense of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you got some strangers online that's liking your images. You know what I'm saying? But it's other things that come with that, man. You got to deal with the envying of that. You got to deal with the hatred from people. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with everything that comes along with wanting that damn life. You know what I'm saying? So, but the Most High says you're dead while you're living, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, you going to and fro. Yeah, you think you're living your best life. You're going on vacations. You know what I'm saying? You taking trips to Dubai, doing God knows what. You know what I'm saying? And but the Most High says you're spiritually dead, man. You know what I'm saying? Your spirit, you basically like Isaiah or Ezekiel spoke of the dry bones, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody with spiritual eyes can see that you're lacking, you know, spiritually. You know, you're thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You need to be restored. You know, so and the only way you're gonna get that restoration is if you come back, you repent of your wickedness and you come back to serving the Most High. So I want to get another precept real quick in regards to our foremother Esther. You know, she had it all, man. She could have, embraced fully her position, you know, and being the queen. You know what I'm saying? And having all of the apparel, the dresses, whatever she had, you know what I'm saying? Anything at her own leisure. She could have just said, to hell with my nation of people. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about them. Look at me, man. I'm the queen. You know what I'm saying? If they die, they die. But look at me. You know what I'm saying? I get to tell, you know, people to do what I want them to do. I can go back and forth with the king. You know what I'm saying? So this is the editions of Esther. And I believe, let me make sure right quick if I wanted chapter 10 or verse. Salakia, real quick. Editions of Esther. I think I just want chapter 14. Come on, I'm gonna just get chapter 14. Editions of Esther, chapter 14, in verse 1. Queen Esther, also being in fear of death, resorted unto the Lord, and laid away her glorious apparel, and put on the garments of anguish and mourning. And instead of precious ointments, she covered her head with ashes and dung, and she humbled her body greatly. In all the places of her joy, she filled with her torn hair. Right. So Esther, man, like I said, she looked at how what her nation was going through. And our people have an individualistic mindset. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially Eve, you know what I'm saying? You being seduced, you know what I'm saying? As the original Eve was seduced, you know, by not believing that we were already in the image of the Most High. You know, a lot of our sisters today, you know, you don't believe that you're made in the image of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So you then fall for the same exact tactics as, you know, our foremother Eve fell for. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Esther here, she didn't embrace none of those things, man. She looked at her nation. She looked at the despair, the oppression, and everything that we were suffering, man. And I'm gonna read that verse 2 one more time. It says, and laid away her glorious apparel, man. What's the glorious apparel that our women, you know, is wearing for today's society? They got on the Fashion Nova. You know what I'm saying? And they rocking that. They rocking you know, Prada. You know, what is that? Louis, whatever. I don't keep up with all of that madness. Gucci. You know what I'm saying? They looking at all of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's the glorious stuff of this world, man. And a lot of our women will take it, man. If somebody offered our women that type of apparel, you know, they're gonna take it, man. They're not gonna pass on that. You know what I'm saying? The Birkin bag. You think Eve gonna pass on the Birkin bag just because, you know, over not seeing her people being oppressed? Hell no, man. Eve not gonna do that, man. Eve gonna gladly take that Birkin bag and say, you know what I'm saying? She don't give a damn about her nation, right? But and it says and put on the garments of anguish and mourning, and instead of precious ointments, she covered her head with ashes and dung. So look, Esther, she didn't give a damn about how her hair was looking. She didn't care if she had the damn swoop, you know what I'm saying, almost covering the eye and you know, going into the high bun. She didn't care about the damn baby hairs that, you know, Eve so desperately cares about today. Hey, look, she put ashes and dung on her head, man. That's the type of spirit that Esther had upon her, man. And then it says what? And she humbled her body greatly. In all the places of her joy, she filled with her torn hair. So she humbled her body. She put her body in total subjection unto, you know, feeling the anguish, you know, in spirit of what her people was going through. And this is the mentality that our women need to recover, man. They need to bethink themselves and remember who they are. You know what I'm saying? But you had something, King?
Yeah, Khan. Just the fact that when you go to Isaiah, right? Just to let me back what the brother was saying. You go to Isaiah 3 and 16. How's the Lord speak about the daughters of Zion? Right? Because I mean, you know, you got the same spirit in the earth, man. You know, it's the same spirits in the earth.
Definitely.
Right? Definitely. You got Eve, all proud, right? Got the spirit of Jezebel upon them. You know, got the spirit of Jezebel, that wicked Jezebel, as the Lord says in Revelation, right? So like, actually, let's get that account. In 2 Kings, right? 9 and verse number 20, right? 29 and 20. So lucky, no, that's not the one. That's not the one. What was that? 2 Kings 9 and let's see here. Painted, right? So like, let me just get this real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, this is 9 and 30. It's lucky, 9 and 30, right? So all praise 2 Kings 9 and verse number 30, right? It says, and when Jehu was coming to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face and tied her head and looked out a window. So you got Jezebel, one of the one of the wickedest, women to live in the word that's recorded in the Bible, I should say. Because she was killing the prophets. You understand? She was persecuting the prophets. She had a nasty spirit upon her. She had the spirit of, certain Eves now. All right. Just going to keep it real. Just going to keep it real. Y'all are moving in the spirit of Jezebel. All right. Because Jezebel, when you read that account, when she was, I believe her husband with Ahab, right? She would command him that she would tell this dude what to do. She would tell him what to do. Right? Say, up, eat bread. Hey, this and the third. Why is your face falling? Why is that countenance falling? Do this, do that. Right. So like, let me just get that real quick, man. Right. Because that's what you got Eve nowadays. Right? I'm talking about both kingdoms. Right. I'm talking about both kingdoms now. I'm talking about Judah and Israel. All right. Because it's it's prevalent in Israel as well. It's prevalent in, in Northern Kingdom, as well. You got the Eves literally oppressing the men. All right, moving in the spirit of Jezebel. So let's see how Jezebel, because the brother brought out a righteous example. Let's go ahead and bring out a wicked example. All right, to keep that balance. So let's go to Jezebel. So like let's look at what Jezebel did. in 1 Kings 18, right, in verse number 4, it says, "For it was so when Jezebel cut off the prophets of the Lord." So she was cutting off the prophets of the Lord. You see that? Obadiah, he had to come and he had to hide the prophets, man. You know, he had to hide them, man, because Jezebel was cutting them off. What does that mean, cutting them off? Killing them. All right. So and Eve, you do that by pulling your man away from the camp. You're killing him. All right. You're killing him. You know, you're not allowing him to eat the spiritual bread and the spiritual water, right? You're killing your man when you're telling him what to do. You're not letting him, you know what I'm saying, lead. You're killing him. You're killing his pride. You're killing his masculinity for real. All right. But Jezebel was cutting off the prophets of the Lord. I'll also get this as well. And so like in 1 Kings 21, right? Look how he's talking to us. So like she's talking to her husband. 1 Kings 21:5. But Jezebel, his wife, came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and I said unto him, Give me thy vineyard or money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. You see that? So she's telling him what to do. And in verse 8, she said, "What? Look what she's doing." So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal. So she's just doing things for him, right? She just, you know what I'm saying? And later in this chapter, she actually kills that man. All right. She puts to death Naboth the Jezreelite, who died innocently, man. So it's just absolutely madness. So y'all want to move in the same spirit. And we know that Jezebel, she's one of the very there's not a lot of accounts of our women putting on makeup and this and the third and altering their physical appearance in the Bible. There's certain instances, but this is the one of the most famous instances in which she is recorded that she painted her face. What does that mean? She painted her face. I mean, you do that all the time. All right. Your face is beat, so that's why you gotta put on that makeup. All right. You're gonna put on that makeup. That's one. Right? You're gonna put on these eyelashes, these fake eyelashes. That's two. You're gonna put in that fake hair. That's three. It's already three things fake about you. You know, it's already three things fake about you. You know, and so and that's just moving in the spirit of Jezebel for real. And all that, like how the brother was saying, all these things, the BBL, the fake eyelashes, the fake hair, right? The makeup, all these, unnatural things, it puts a spirit on you, right? It puts a spirit on you. It puts a spirit of Jezebel on you. Now you telling Jake what to do. Now you think you 10 out of 10, nobody can tell you nothing, right? So it's just a spirit, right? But Khan, you out of King. Oh, you on mute, Uck.
God, no, I just Googled some of these images of these women that, probably got some type of, like, let me, oh man, some of these is just so horrific, man. You know what I'm saying? Horrific. Hold on right quick. My brothers can see that one.
Yeah, that's madness.
Yeah, you see how the makeup look on the on that, like, yo, man, come on now. So I mean, yeah, these women is just they going off with the makeup and all that, man. And I mean, it gets worse, man. I've seen worse than that. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad, man. But I'm gonna let me back off of that precept you brought out. I'm gonna get Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 14. Well, I'm gonna start at 13. It says, "Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled." Right? So the Most High is saying he's death and destruction unto our people. We've been spoiled. You know what I'm saying? And especially looking at Eve, she's been spoiled in the society. Why? Because Esau, has catapulted the woman above the man. You know what I'm saying? And he's got our women walking around here like, oh yeah, they birthed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody should bow down and give the black woman reverence because the black woman is God. You know what I'm saying? Upon earth, right? So, but verse 14, O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge within thee? Right? So the Most High, and this kind of goes back to the whole, not setting any other God, not setting a God before the Most High, man. This is all going back to, idolatry, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe it's saying, what's that, Colossians? It says, covetousness, which is idolatry, right? Colossians 3 and 5, I believe. It talks about covetous being, and a lot of our women have a covetous spirit. You know what I'm saying? They seeing everything, or, say a woman in her natural body shape. They see her like that and see how much attention she gets, and they want that same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? So that goes all the way back to idolatry, right? And this is the Most High talking to Israel as a whole, but we know, things are, double in knowledge in the scriptures, right? So I'm going to drop down to verse 30. It says, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Now, word fair is in reference to being beautiful. So the Most High said, even though you deck yourself out, you put on your nice little freakum dress, you know what I'm saying? You got the gold, you shining, you know what I'm saying? And he said, what? That last part, he said, though thou rentest thy face with painting, man. You know what I'm saying? So some women have the drastic changes in how they look when it comes to putting on that makeup, man. Being in the mirror for hours, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing makeup tutorials and lessons on how to do your makeup and all that madness on YouTube. And there you see it right here. I seen something where a girl transformed herself into a whole man just off the makeup. She looked dead like Usher. That was something recently I seen. A woman who transformed herself into looking like Usher. And she did through the makeup. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's nothing but vanity, man. You know what I'm saying? But it says, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life, right? So even the people that do show you love and tell you how gorgeous you are, man, so that they secretly gonna despise you. They secretly gonna, have that same exact spirit, that covetous spirit, wanting what you got. You know what I'm saying? They're going to seek your life. They're going to seek the same position that you in right now. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to seek to take it and assume your position. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, our women have to repent. And, as we wind down, our women got to understand, man. You know what I'm saying? That they special. They chosen into the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You had something else, King? Did you have any other videos?
Oh, yeah. Khan, yeah. This one right here, Through the Spirit.
Khan.
Yeah, Khan Salaki. Hold on, let me pull this up. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I mean, and like we were saying, it's the point that, let me get this precept before that though. Proverbs 7, Proverbs 7. And Proverbs chapter 7, verse 10, it says, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and supped to a heart. You see that? So the reason why our women wear the attire, attires and harlots, is because obviously they want to show their shape. They want to show forth their beauty. And by doing so, they're attracting attention. They're attracting, what I'm saying? They're able to manipulate men into getting what they want. Maybe they want a new purse. Maybe they want to live that rich lifestyle. So they're going to go ahead and show their body off to just show men what, hey, guess what? Yeah, you want this, man. Right? To entice men into, for men to follow them so that men will buy things for them. So that men would, treat them a certain type of way. But at the end of the day, Eve, you have to understand that he's not doing that because, oh man, I really like this woman. I really like her because, she cool and this, other. No, he doing it because of your body, man. He really just buying your body. He really just it's really a low level of prostitution for real. All right. It's a low level of prostitution. The reason why he taking you out to eat to these expensive, dinners, the reason why he buying you whatever you want, right? How Future, what was that song, My Future, right? Well, I know that in his song Solo, he said, girl, that's tight. Hey, get whatever you like. So he going buy whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
Right? And Eve wants that. Eve wants that. All right. Eve wants that. And so that's why she's going to go out her way to get this hair. That already costs about $200-$300, depending on what, what type of hair you want. 200, 300, whatever. What else? The fake eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? The long, as a brother said in the comments, the long reptilian
Raptor.
Right, the raptor nails.
Yeah.
The claws. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you got the bat wings, so you got the claws, right? And then when you texting on your iPhone 15.
Oh
You
yeah.
understand? Eve always got to have the latest stuff.
Right.
She always got to have the latest stuff. If it ain't iPhone 14 Plus Max Pro, right? She don't want it. You understand? Yeah, try giving Eve, you know what I'm saying, a flip phone. She gonna flip out.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's the only flip she's finna do.
Right. Yeah.
Flip out. Right. So there was even a video of Eve saying, she said, whenever I see a phone with a button, she's like, I just hand that back because I don't know what to do with that. Hey, Eve, I mean, so if you see an iPhone that got a button, or like a whatever type of phone that got a button, because she's just talking about like the iPhones that don't got it. So,
right.
Eve is just going off, man. Right? You're proud. Yeah, as it says right here, right? She is loud and stubborn. I mean, that's how our people act. She's loud, she's stubborn, she's proud. You understand? She's outside, and she's just catching a weight and to lie with men and to catch them in her net. All right. And so like, let me skip down to verse 21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. You see that? So through Eve's manipulation, through her, because again, remember her, a woman's beauty, she can utilize that as her power, her strength. But it's not just that, it's also her fair speech, you know what I'm saying, how she comes off, this and the third, and she can get that to get what she wants, even with even on on the right hand side. We know that Judith did that, right? She utilized her beauty in order to save her people. So Eve, it doesn't always have to be a unrighteous thing, but at the end of the day, as the brother was saying, keep the you got to repent, keep the commandments, and get your mind right, man. In the last days, all right? Because you don't want to be moving in the spirit of Jezebel at all right? So yeah, Khan, it's like you got it, King.
No, you got the video. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Khan. Yup. It's this one right here. Right. Just top it off, man. See that? It's like, what?
Bro.
Bro.
And she just thinks she hella bad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all a false sense of confidence, man. That thing was looking nasty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that looks weird, bro.
And she was what? Miss Universe UK at the United Kingdom. She was Miss Universe. Boy. Wow.
Yeah.
Are they saying she won it? She formerly was the Miss Universe? Because if she won it and she looking like that, that's wild, man. That's wild. But that's Esau, Esau. Give him the W just so that he could continue, promoting our women to keep getting these things done. But man, look, I got a preset, man. I got two presets right quick. This is Proverbs chapter 14, real fast. Man, it's a lot, really. Man, Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12, and it reads, "There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death," man. Right. So, I mean, you might have it in your mind, like you doing, something that, you feel is right in your heart, something that, you don't think is or deemed to necessarily be wrong or evil. It's just something that you want to do to, boost your self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High says, look, you leaning upon your own understanding when you do that. You know what I'm saying? So he said, again, there's a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, man. So you got to be seeking into the Most High in all things. You know what I'm saying? Like the brother was going into earlier, man. The Most High will give you the desires of your heart, man. You know what I'm saying? You come to the Most High in sincerity, asking him of your desires, your heart's deepest desires. If you're doing things to please the Most High, he'll give you those things. But you are going to have to work for it. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to come to you just, overnight. It's something that you got to strive for. If it's something that you want. We done seen natural body transformations, from certain females or whatever, or people just in general on social media that, they put the work in, man. So it's not impossible, man. You know what I'm saying? To get your body the way you want it to, but everybody just wants that, that quick fix. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, to give an analogy, it's like, stepping over all of the necessary things you got to do in order to enter into the kingdom. Like it talks about in St. John chapter 10 and verse 1. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to seek to enter into the kingdom any other way, but what Yahawashi said. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to cheat, your way into the perfect body type, outside of what is the best way to do it, which is naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had this precept real quick. This is Sirach chapter 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment, man. So, a lot of people are deceived by their own vain opinions, their own vain thoughts. You know what I'm saying? What you thinking is okay, what you think is right, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to what's wrong. The Most High said a lot of our people are deceived by their own vain thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? And then it said, an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. So a lot of people lack the necessary judgment in making decisions in their lives. You know what I'm saying? So, and we seeing that, man. So a lot of our people are just too far gone. Eve is way out there, and it's man, it's bad. I really can't wait till things return to the former. Right. And matter of fact, thinking on that, let me get this right quick. Because that's another thing, man. Really, Eve, you shouldn't be showing your body off anyways, man. That should be for your husband. You know what I'm saying? You should be fully covered. You know what I'm saying? And preparing yourself to give your body unto your husband. But what, again, that's something that our women have followed after the Edomite women in doing is showing off their body, wearing the pants, wearing the leggings. All of these things came from our enemies, man. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths. Where is the good way? And walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. Right. So, and that's the mentality, unfortunately. A lot of our people are saying, look, they know the truth. You know what I'm saying? They've heard of it, and then, but they're not going to walk in the way of what the Most High deemed, or the, the path and the blueprint that the Most High has given us. They're just going to choose to, go follow their own heart, follow after, man's opinion, the doctor's opinion, their friend's opinion. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women out here that's not real friends to these women. You know what I'm saying? They know how bad a lot of these girls look. They're not even telling them like, oh, yeah, maybe you should, probably go back and see if you get it taken out or something, or, maybe you should cover up. Since prior to doing this lesson, I've been looking up these videos, man, and, seeing a lot of these these behinds not looking too good, man. It's like one is growing bigger than the other. it's all lopsided. You know what I'm saying? It's not really working out, man. But you had anything else, King?
Yeah, I mean, not really. I just wanted to bring out this quick precept in Ezekiel 16
Yeah.
and Ezekiel 16 and verse 31. Right
And
now,
so Lucky, I did want one more video after that. Then
okay,
sister talking. What's that one?
Yeah, definitely.
Podcast. Yeah. And then there's a couple more precepts.
Okay, all praises. Yeah, Ezekiel 16 and 30, it says, "How weak is thine heart?" Right. So Eve, I mean, how weak is your heart, Eve? You understand? Because hey, guess what? Back then in the ancient world, our women wasn't care about these things, man. Because we know that it is because of we live in Esau's world right now. So what Esau has done is he's objectified, the certain because again, not every woman of our nation is going to be shaped the same, as a brother even said. You got different shapes, different sizes. You understand? You got different types that the Lord gave us. You got skinnier ones, medium, whatever. On the heavier side. I mean, you have all different types of and I mean, Israel itself is a very very diverse nation within itself. So you got different types of people, right? Different types of people, whatever. Different types of women, different types of men, body types, etc. But Eve, how weak is thine heart? How weak is your heart? Because again, remember, back then we have to revert our heart, we have to revert our mind back into the ancient world. In the ancient world, our women did not care about these things. As the brother said, everybody was covered up. All right. So they wasn't comparing and contrasting about who was the best looking woman, this and the third. All right. Guess what? They were competing with each other about what? About who has the most kids. All right.
Yeah.
Who has the most kids? Right. That's what they was in competition about. It wasn't really necessarily your body. It was about look, oh, you ain't got kids. Yeah, guess what? I got 7. You only got 2.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there was in competition about that. It's like, oh yeah. In fact, hey, guess what? We got another one on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, give me those mandrakes.
Yeah, give me those mandrakes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Give me children or else I die.
Exactly.
The spirit.
It wasn't give me the BBL.
Nah.
Right? Where's the account on Rachel saying give me the BBL or else I die?
Nah,
right?
That's bad.
They was talking about children. So remember Eve. Now, Eve is not even thinking about children, right? She just living her life, you know what I'm saying, sleeping around, kids, she don't want them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wandering from house to house, man.
Yeah, kind of house to house, right? And you're leaving off from your true, you know what I'm saying, purpose is to what? To bear children. The Lord even said in 1 Timothy 2, but if she shall be saved in childbearing. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very great work for a woman, especially in the truth to have, is to have children and to raise them up in righteousness. Right. But nevertheless, it says, how weak is thine heart? Right? Saith the Lord God, Salakia, seeing thou doest all these things, getting the BBL, right? Putting the fake eyelashes in your eyes, right? The long nail, the fake nails. Every time you type, it sounds like you type it on the typewriter or something, right? That's all you hear. Like, what the heck is that? You know what I'm saying? Right? Yeah, you kind of got your Starbucks like this. Kind of got your Starbucks, right? Hey, man, and this, hey, this is both kingdoms. You understand? I seen Issachar do that all the time. She got the fake nails. She holding her Starbucks like this, right? See, thou doest all these things, the work of an imperious, whorish woman, right? That's the work of an imperious. And what does that word mean? Right, let's look it up. It says, what? Assuming power or authority without justification, arrogant. All right, that's what it means, arrogant. So you don't want to be an arrogant, whorish woman. All right, I'm just leave it off like that. You want to be, a pillar of rest, not a pillar of stress. Come into this truth, and repent and get your mind right. But yeah, kind of got that video, okay?
Con.
Oh, hold on, Salaki, is it playing? Let's see. Let's reload this. Back up. Okay. Might take a while for it to load. I'm not sure.
Con. Let me look up this preset. Yeah, so this Eve, she pretty much kind of sheds light on the reasons why our women are getting these BBLs. Let's see if it.
Yeah. I'm not sure why it's not working. Yeah, Salaki, hold on. Try to.
So yeah, I mean, Eve, man, you gotta realize your importance in this thing, man. You know, and really the deeper meaning in life, man. Life is a lot more than just, than looking good, and possessing these material items and material wealth. None of this stuff is gonna last, man. And anybody with two eyes should be able to see how things are going. Things are just escalating worse and worse, man. So if you think, I mean, it's gonna come a time real soon where you're not gonna have all of these things at your leisure. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that right quick in Isaiah chapter 32. Real fast. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. And it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." Right? Because Eve definitely has that careless spirit right now. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about who they laying up in bed with. You know what I'm saying? They'll move on to the next dude in no time, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a damn about the Most High, really. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our women is negligent and even giving thanks to the Most High, even praying to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So the Most High is telling our women to rise up, you women that are at ease. Yeah, because right now you got everything that at your, in the palm of your hands. You're making millions of dollars on OnlyFans, right? Black China. You know what I'm saying? Now Angela White. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to aspire to be like Bad Baby, the little Italian Edomite girl making millions of dollars on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? You got everything is at ease. You at ease right now, man, right? Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So he said the vintage is gonna fail. That old lifestyle that you was used to living, you know what I'm saying, that you got comfortable in. The Most High said that is going to fail. You're no longer gonna have your Brazilian bundles at your leisure. So guess what? You're gonna have to either, walk around with that nasty weave in your head, you know what I'm saying, for who knows how long, you know what I'm saying, or that nasty lace front. You're gonna have to walk around with that for a long time, or you're gonna have to walk around with the baldness, the Most High, giving some of our sisters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all hell gonna break loose. And you ain't gonna be able to go to the shops anymore pretty soon. Get your nails done, all that stuff is gonna be done away with, man. You know what I'm saying? So the vintage is gonna fail, right? Then it says, verse 11, tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, right? Because the Most High is making it clear, like, I mean, you're about to experience some things like you've never seen before. You know what I'm saying? And it's either, and vice versa, dealing with the men, a lot of you weak men is going to fade away. You know what I'm saying? That image is going to die out. And the last thing standing is what the Most High spoke of in Isaiah chapter 13, is that man that's going to be more precious than fine gold. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be the hot commodity in these last days. The righteous Israelite man. You know what I'm saying? And Eve, you're going to either have to get down or you're going to have to lay down, man. There's no way around it.
Come. That's right. Yeah, so since it's not working on the computer, I'm not sure why. We could just pull it up on the phone. I got it right here if you want it.
Come, for sure.
Come.
now women are getting surgery for themselves. No, they're not. Yourself ain't looking at your fat ass. Yourself can't see your fat ass other than in a picture and in the mirror. You're getting surgery because you want attention from a certain type of man. You're not getting surgery because you want to look at yourself with a fat ass or because you're insecure with your body. Good. Because if your body shape became in style tomorrow, you would do everything you can to revert back. If boxy girls, if up and down straight slim girls, if hips was not hot, y'all are getting your hips removed. So it's like, stop acting like you're doing it for yourself. You're not doing that for yourself. And now there are times where you have a baby and things drop or things pop and you want to put it back. We're not talking about you. That's different. Like, but the majority of y'all, especially you 19-year-olds that didn't even get a chance to get hips and 20-year-olds that didn't even get the chance to get it, y'all are doing it because you want validation from a certain type of guy. You see the girls that are winning and the ones that are getting the Bentleys and the Maybachs, and you want to be like them. So you're trying to get your ass fat and you're trying to get them titties big. And it's just not. But they don't promote how many girls that get that change with their body and then they don't live that life. And like, they don't beat me up for this, and I'm okay with that. But it's just like, love yourself. Give yourself a chance. Did you go to the gym for a year? Did you lock in with your diet for a year? Right. So it's like all of a sudden, now women are getting surgery.
Yeah. So
that's a mighty point from that sister right there. In regards to how Eve should, look at herself. You gotta love yourself, Eve. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really, examine yourself and be real with yourself. Like the sister said, you're not doing it for no other reason but to, get the, that man that you desire, get that or multiple men's attention. You know what I'm saying? You're doing it for all the wrong reasons. You're doing it for vanity. But like the sister said, you didn't put in the work, man. You didn't try to really, put yourself in the best position to do things naturally. That's why I got this precept right here in ESV, Psalms 139 in verse 13. It says, "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well." It says, "My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them." Right? So, basically going into how the Most High, created you. You know what I'm saying? And you should be appreciating how the Most High created you. You know what I'm saying? To whatever figure, whatever body type you have, you know what I'm saying? Hey, appreciate it. Love yourself, man. You got to have that, that confidence in yourself. And if, you desire to, have a certain type of figure, hey, work towards it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know that you precious, you beautiful, so-called Black and Hispanic women. You're God's chosen women in the earth, man. The daughters of Zion. So you got to carry yourself as such. And I do want to get the classic right quick, Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, because you are the standard. You're the standard in the earth, and every other nationality or race of women, they desire to look like you and they desire to be like you. They trying to behave like you, even all the way down to these damn gay men, be it, be it the gay Jakes, or I see a lot of this one popular gay Edomite dude. You know what I'm saying? He try to talk and act like Eve. You know what I'm saying? So this is Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. And it says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." Right? And I mean, and that's plain, man. We bring that scripture out all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you're somebody that hears the word all the time, you should already know, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High chose you to be above all people upon the earth, man. Yeah, you went through years, centuries, man, of just negative, stereotypes put upon our people when these, a lot of these caricatures that they created of our people. You know what I'm saying? They had this an infamous picture of an Eve with a big old behind, and they got a little Edomite child sitting on her behind while she's standing up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of stuff that Esau has pushed upon our people for quite some time. And, they created that stereotype of, a lot of our women just, that damn sealy color purple spirit. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the case, man. We know our women are beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying? And we see it mentioned in scriptures, and we see it on a day-to-day basis. You know what I'm saying? We know but a lot of our women are not walking in their natural element, man. You know what I'm saying? So we telling our women and pleading with our women, really, you know what I'm saying, to, embrace how the Most High created you. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's plenty of righteous men in this thing. And brothers like different things, man. You know what I'm saying? Not every brother likes them, skinny or petite or, curvy, thick, voluptuous. Every brother got a type, man. You know what I'm saying? So, don't be ashamed of, your body type. If you, have a desire to be a certain, form, work towards it. You know what I'm saying? It's within you. You got you are, like what? Prince of power. You know what I'm saying? You're a princess of power. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to talk to Eve. You got to speak life into Eve, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, and look, you can come up out of this damn depression, man. Feeling down on yourself and beating yourself up, man. Let me get that right quick. Unless you have something, let me look that one up right quick. I think that's second.
Yeah, I just had Sirach 30 and 23, which goes into bring it out real quick. Love thine own soul. All right. So as a brother is saying, man, love your own soul. You understand? Because you can't love the Lord if you don't love yourself. The Lord said, love the Lord thy God, right? All your heart and all your soul and all your mind. But, if you don't love yourself, how can you really love the Lord? If you don't love yourself, how can you love somebody else? All right. And that's even what the scripture teaches well, right? If I say I love the Most High, but I hate my brother, how can I love the Most High? That's what First John teaches, all right? So if you go ahead and you hating yourself and you're not doing, the righteous things that the Most High, like I said through the Spirit, the brother has said as well, the Most High has put before you that you can do, like I said, exercise, right? Really putting the Lord first and foremost, because this insecurity that you may have, or what I'm saying, that you may have about yourself is really because of the world. It's not because, what I'm saying, it's not because of Rachel, right? It's not because of Elizabeth. It's not because of the righteous foremothers. It's because of this world. It's teaching you that. But nevertheless, the Most High has put things out there for you to do. All right. But it says what? Love thine own soul and comfort thine heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow have killed many, and there is no profit therein. So women, they're looking at these things of the world, this vanity, and it's really killing you for real. All right. It's killing you. It's killing you inside. It's killing your pockets. All right. It's killing your pockets too. It's killing all that. And it eventually is going to rid you out the earth, like certain women have unfortunately, passed away. The Most High judged them through the damn BBL. All right. Through a godforsaken BBL surgery. The Most High has taken you out the earth. All right. So, like I said, love your own soul, right? Love the Lord, the Most High God, with all your heart, all your soul. Because, like I said, you can't love the Most High without actually loving yourself as well through the Spirit, right? Become.
Con. I got a precept right here in Sirach chapter 14 and verse Salakia. I'm gonna start at Sirach 14. I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, a covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Right. So, we talked about covetous earlier, and and that's kind of the main spirit that's enticing our women and that's taking control of our women to carry this mentality that they have right now. So, and then again, like I said, covetous goes back to idolatry. And it says, the covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. So, I mean, you're not satisfied with the portion that the Most High has given you. You're showing resentment in how the Most High created you, and that's an off spirit to have, right? And it says, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul, right? So because you become thirsty and desiring what those other people, you know, have. You know what I'm saying? That thirst, you know, is not going to be quenched until you get, you know, that same exact thing. It says, verse 10, a wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table. And the word niggard is going into covetous. You know, when you look it up, I looked it up. It says a stingy or ungenerous person. And then this one, another one says a meanly covetous and stingy person. You know, miserable. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that word is going into. And in verse 11, it says, my son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself and give the Lord his due offering. So again, man, you want to make sure that you're doing good to yourself. You know, you're treating your body right. You got a proper diet, man. The Bible, the Most High gives you a proper diet. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that are, you know, vegans in this thing. They eat meat accordingly as saith the law. You know what I'm saying? You got people that are vegetarians, you know. You got people that, you know, do eat meat, and that, you know, well, Esdras, there was a time in the scriptures where Esdras was just eating what? The herbs. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take care of yourself, man. It's only right, man. Take care of yourself, treat yourself right, love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love your nation. Get that individualistic mindset, you know, out of your spirit, and repent and come back to serving the Most High. You had another precept, King?
Just like a closer out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, really just not really, just, you know, make sure that, you know, we're putting the Most High first, right? As a brother said, you know what I'm saying? Getting out that individual type of mindset and understanding that there is just big, it's bigger than us. All right. And we're going to try to, you know, flee from the shadow of this world, as it says in the book of Second Esdras. So Khan, all praises.
Khan. So I mean, again, man, these BBLs is killing y'all, and the thighs don't match, man. Like the song was saying.
Thighs don't match.
and the thighs do not match, man. So I mean, did you bring out that Judith? You brought it out, right?
Judith 10 and 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had brought that up.
Okay. But let's close it out with that one then, man. Let's close it out with it.
Definitely.
It's only right. It's only right.
It's only right. Bring it up.
Yeah. Okay, for sure. Let me get it.
Judith 10.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you want me to read it through the spirit?
I got it. It's Judith chapter 10 and verse 19. It says, and they wondered at her beauty and admired the children of Israel because of her. And everyone said to his neighbor, who would despise this people that have among them such women? Surely it is not good that one man of them be, be left, who being let go might deceive the whole earth. So, I mean, they went into, you know, how beautiful our women, you know, are and how enticing they can be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so and again, look, they weren't getting butt injections at this time. At least, you know, as far as my knowledge is, you know, they weren't doing that. So they weren't oogling and, you know, at her backside. You know what I'm saying? And her long inches and, you know, the fingernails and all that and the eyelashes. Nah, she had a natural beauty to her. You know what I'm saying? And this is your foremother, you know, so-called Black and Hispanic women. So, I mean, again, come back to, you know, your natural, you know, state, you know, the element that the Most High made you to be in, and embrace it, man. You had anything else, King?
Nah, that's it on that.
Come on. So, hey, you know, with that, we're going to say all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, a mighty shalom to the 12 scattered abroad, you know, to the mighty men that labor out there, you know, keep doing the works, endure this thing unto the end. To you sisters out there, we pray, you know, those of you that are not in the truth, that you would repent, come back to serving the Most High. We hope that, you know, this may resonate with your spirit. For those of you that are in the truth and enduring this thing, mighty shalom to you sisters. Keep being a righteous example to the young ones coming up, man, and shalom to the little ones as well. That's, you know, not giving in to the peer pressure of, you know, being amongst their peers. And, you know, again, let's get this kingdom, you know, let's seal the elect, the 1/3, Most High willing, we could be a part of that number, and we can get the hell up out of Babylon, man. So with that, say shalom, man.
Shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasharahla.
Kwam Yasharahla.